shalom. Here is the word shalom written in Hebrew. Sh is the first letter. L is the second letter. The third letter is the sound of O. And the last one is the sound of M. So there is one letter for the sound of sh, S and H together in English. This is just one letter in Hebrew. Shalom. If you want to ask someone how they are, you say manishma. Can we say that?
Manishma.
Manishma. Manishma is how are you? How are you feeling? Okay? And we're going to learn 2 ways to reply to manishma. The easy way is to say tov. Does anyone know the meaning of tov?
Good.
Good. Right. So if you say tov, it means you're feeling good. Tov. Or you can use the Hebrew word beseda, which is used a lot in Hebrew, and it's the equivalent of English okay or all right. Beseda. Can we have a go at saying beseda?
Beseda.
Beseda. So if I ask you this question, you can say tov, or you can say beseda, which is okay. Sarah, manishma.
Tov.
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 Boker tov, we'll learn in a minute, is also good morning, tov.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Fiona, manishma.
Tov.
Yeah. Tov?
Tov.
Beseda. Teddy, manishma.
Tov.
Veroz, manishma.
Tov.
Kulam tov. Everybody is good. So now we can say shalom. We can say our name, Ani, I am, and say what your name is. And you can ask people how they are and reply manishma, and the response is tov or besed. Okay, so here we have the word tov again. Again, here is the Hebrew. The middle word is the word tov. This is t. The middle letter is R. We had that letter in shalom, and the final letter is V. Tov. So Sarah said, Boker tov. What does Boker tov mean?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. In Hebrew, describing words are reversed. So we don't say in Hebrew good morning, we say morning good. Start with the word morning, and then the good afterwards. Okay? It means the same thing, good morning, but it's just that you're reversing the words in Hebrew. Okay? So as in Israel, it's still morning. And I think in most of our countries, it's morning, maybe not all. We can say to each other, Boker tov. Good morning.
Boker tov. Boker tov.
Boker tov, Rose.
Boker tov.
Boker tov, Sarah.
Boker tov.
Boker tov, Teddy.
Boker tov.
Boker tov, Fiona.
Boker tov.
Boker tov, good.
Haver.
Im is the equivalent of S in English. Im is a plural.
Okay.
So chaverim is friends. You're saying good morning to a number of friends. Or Boker tov chaver would just be good morning, friend. Okay? So this is Boker tov. However, you may be meeting someone in the evening, not in the morning. Then you need to say something different. We'll say Erev Tov. Look at the Hebrew at the top. Hebrew writes from right to left and not from left to right like we do in English. So actually the word Erev is the word here on the right-hand side. And the next word is Tov again. We looked at this. Tet, T sound, V, sorry, O and V, T, O, V, Tov. And you notice Erev ends with the same sound. So here is the same letter at the end of Erev and the end of Tov to make the sound of V. Erev Tov. So if we're meeting each other in the evening, say good morning, we say good evening. Again, we put the Tov at the end, not at the beginning. So imagine it's now the evening and we will teach each other Erev Tov. Teddy, Erev Tov.
Tov.
Erev Tov. You need to just repeat.
Okay. Erev tov.
Erev Tov. Fiona, Erev Tov.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov. Sarah, Erev Tov.
Erev Tov.
Rose, Erev Tov.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov. Good evening.
Erev Tov.
Beseda. And then we have another phrase here. Ech haya hayom. Literally means how was the day? How was the day? Or you might say, how was your day? And then you can reply as we did to Manishma.
Tov.
You could say Tov or Beseda. How was your day, Tov or Beseda? Ech haya hayom. Ha, the beginning bit of the word actually just means the. And yom is the word for day. So tell me, how was your day so far? Tov or Beseda? Sarah, ek haya hayom.
Tov.
Tov. Yofi. Rose, ek haya hayom.
Tov.
Tov. Yofi, Beseda. Teddy, ek haya hayom.
Tov.
Fiona, ek haya hayom.
Hey, Tov.
Tov. Kulam Tov. Very good. Okay, so now we have learned in the morning Boker Tov, in the evening Erev Tov.
Tov.
You meet someone later on in the day. Okay,
Okay.
Ech haya hayom was how was your day, or how was the day. Ech haya hayom. Okay, so we learnt just at the beginning of the lesson to say ani, I am, I or I am. But another way to introduce yourself is to say shmi. Can you see the beginning letter of shmi is like the beginning letter of shalom? This one that looks like a three-pronged fork sticking up is the sound of sh. So this is the word shmi. Shmi literally means my name is, in one word. The word for name is Shem. Shem was the name of Noah's oldest son. So the Noah's oldest son, Shem, was called Name. His name means name. Shmi, putting an E on the end of Shem, Shmi, is my name, or my name is. Okay, so you can introduce yourself this way as well. Shmi, and then say your name. Shmi Bev. Somebody else.
Shmi
Rose.
Teddy.
Just say
Shmi Teddy. Shmi Fiona.
Me, Seth.
I heard you all now.
Amen.
Shmi, and then you say your name.
Okay.
Beseda. So you can say Ani, and then your name, or Shmi, and then your name. Okay, I want to ask you another question now. It's not actually on the slide, but we will move on to the next slide in a minute. If you want to say where you are, rather than just who you are, then you would say Ani, I or I am, Be, the word Be means in, and the name of the country that you are in, okay? As Ani Be Israel. Ani Be Israel. I am in Israel. And then I would ask you, Eifo where? Eifo at, where are you? And you'd say, Ani Be, Fiona, Eifo at.
Ani Be Singapore.
Okay. Rose, Eifo at.
Ani Be Uganda.
Teddy, Eifo at.
Anibet, Uganda.
Ani Be Uganda, nachon. Sarah, Eifo at.
Anibe, England.
Okay, so let's do England in Hebrew, because the other countries are the same. You would say Ani Be Anglia. Can you try that?
Anglia. Oh, yes.
Sarah, Eifo at.
Anibe, Anglia.
Ani Be Anglia. יפה מאוד. For thank you is, who knows?
Toda.
Toda.
It's written here, Toda. Very useful word to be able to say thank you in any language. Toda is simply thank you. So Nava has given us a little extra phrase. You could say Toda Rabba. Rabba means very much. So Toda Rabba is thank you very much for your help, or just for help. Al Ezra means for help. Okay. Toda or Toda Rabba, and then Al Ezra. Let's just say them together. First of all, Toda.
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 Toda Rabba.
Rabba.
Toda Rabba.
Toda Rabba. And
Toda
then
Rabba.
try the whole phrase. Toda Rabba Al Ezra.
Toda
Toda Rabbi Al Ezra.
Nachon. Very good. Okay, does anybody know what you say if someone says to you Toda, to how to say you're welcome?
Bevakasha. Yes.
Bevakasha.
That means blessing, doesn't it?
Toda
Is
Rabba.
please,
Kasha.
and it also means you're welcome. So if you want to, for example, order coffee, cafe, bevakasha, coffee please. You want to order a coffee in a cafe or restaurant. And if someone says to you Toda or Toda Rabba, then you can reply bevakasha. Bevakasha, you're welcome. So you can use it in both situations. Either it's to say please, or to say you're welcome in replying to Toda. Okay. The Hebrew for coffee is cafe. Does anyone know how to say tea
Okay.
in Hebrew?
Hey.
Hey,
Okay.
again,
You're welcome.
tea changes to te. So you could order cafe or te. Does anybody know the Hebrew word for water?
Mayim.
Mayim.
Mayim. Mayim is water. So I want you to pretend you're in a cafe and you want to order either cafe or tea or mayim, water. And then say please at the end. Sarah, what do you want to order?
Mayim. Bevakasha.
Mayim bevakasha. Water please, and then you will be served water. Mayim
And
bevakasha.
then I say Toda Rabba.
Then Toda Rabba once you receive it.
Te bevakasha.
Bevakasha. Rose, what do you want to order?
Cafe bevakasha.
Bevakasha. And Teddy.
Mayim. Bevakasha. Bevakasha.
Mayim bevakasha. Water please. Mayim bevakasha.
Mayim. Bevakasha.
Nachon. Correct. And when you receive it, then how will you say thank you?
Toda Bara
Rabba.
Rabba.
Toda or Toda Rabba. Once you've received it. Toda. Okay. The word for sorry or excuse me is down here. Has anyone come across this word before?
Sliha.
Slicha. Slicha means pardon or sorry or excuse me. So if you stop someone on the street to ask them something, you might say slicha, and then whatever that you wanted to ask them. Can we say this one together? Slicha.
Licha.
Slicha. Slicha.
Slicha.
The most common way of using this is what she's written here. How to say, excuse me, where is the restroom? And all my friends who are beginner Hebrew learners say this is one of the first phrases that we learned to be able to.
Yes. That's
Quite important. So we already used the word because I asked you where you were. Efo at, and you told me Ani be Singapore, Ani be Uganda. You told me where you were. So here's the word again, Efo. There's no word for is in Hebrew, so we just say where, and then we say the word for the restroom, which is hasherutim.
Hasherutim.
Efo hasherutim. The ha, if you remember, was the word for the. We had hayom, the day. How was the day? And now we have ha, and then sherutim, which is the restroom. Okay? Sarah, have a go. How would you ask for the restroom?
Slicha Bev, Efo Hasherutim.
Oh. I'll continue. Rose, can you read this phrase for us again? Excuse me, where is the restroom in Hebrew?
Sliha Efo Hasherutim.
Nachon. Slicha, Efo, Hasherutim.